This is Father Andrew Ritchie, and you're listening to Catholic Inspiration, a podcast from my website at studyprayserve.com. These homilies, presentations, and retreats form part of my ministry as a Catholic priest for the Diocese of Superior. And now I invite you to open your hearts to some Catholic inspiration. Today is Tuesday of the 12th week of the year. Our gospel reading is Matthew chapter 7, verse 6 and verses 12 to 14. Jesus said to his disciples, "Do not give what is holy to dogs, or throw your pearls before swine, lest they trample them underfoot, and turn and tear you to pieces. Do to others whatever you would have them do to you. This is the law and the prophets. Enter through the narrow gate. For the gate is wide and the road broad that leads to destruction, and those who enter through it are many. How narrow the gate and constricted the road that leads to life, and those who find it are few." A couple of basic points of explanation here. So this reference, dogs and swine, that's a kind of a negative way to refer to the Gentile people. It's a way to say to those people who swine an unclean animal, the dogs who run around, chase around, it's a way to refer to be very careful about what is reverent. Don't squander it. Don't waste it. Keep your focus on God. And don't let that focus get dispersed. And certainly don't throw it away. Don't let it get trampled on. Another piece here about this gate. Understand, folks, that in the ancient world, there were a lot of different types of gates into a city. The big gates, that was for large crowds of people to pass through. But there were also these little gates. They were in some cases secret or in out-of-the-way places. They were back entrances that people could get in and out of. Took a little more work, a little more effort. But sometimes they were designed for privacy. Sometimes they were designed for protection. But the point is that the narrow gate, the little gate, that would just allow one person to pass through at a time, not a big crowd. It takes work. It takes effort on the part of each individual. Now, with those points in mind, we have here then three general ideas. One, keep the reverence on God focused. Don't waste it or squander it. Two, the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And finally, put the effort in. Put God at the center. Every one of us needs to pass through that narrow gate. We're not going to join a crowd. Instead, each one of us, made in God's image and likeness, it's an important, crucial, powerful way in which we can say, "Lord, I choose you. I long for you. I want to be with you." Now, all of them have very practical applications. We live, friends, largely in a very secular world, and so our culture is not necessarily going to support our faith in Christ. In fact, there's a lot of things that will distract us or even run counter to the very faith we profess. So here, keep that focus on God. Allow our reverence to stay united to Christ and not get caught up in the distractions of the world. A basic way to walk through life is treat people the way you want to be treated. Kind of this basic dignity, basic respect, a basic civility, a groundwork and a framework by which we acknowledge people, treat people with basic kindness. And in doing so, really do allow that natural connection that happens between strangers to be something that is good and wholesome. And finally, to put the work in. To be able to say, "You know, Lord, I spend time in prayer, studying your word. I spend time before you in the Blessed Sacrament, or at Mass, or with the Rosary, or a private devotion. Lord, I make a point to go to confession. Lord, I strive to live my life by what I say and what I do in a manner that's in harmony with your teaching. I'm striving to do my part so I can pass through that narrow gate." For all of us today, our Christian faith is going to be in the unique context of our own lives. And so that also allows these three practical nuggets of wisdom to really help guide us. Where do we see the need to foster reverence in our life? Who are the people in our life we're going to be interacting with? How do we want to treat them in a manner that is coherent with how we want to be treated? And finally, do we take the opportunities we have to love the Lord, follow the Lord, and serve the Lord and the Lord's people? When we do that, we're putting this passage into practice, drawing closer to Christ and one another. God bless you all. This is Father Andrew, and I hope this podcast inspires your faith. Now, if you found it helpful, please share it with a friend, and you can help me by leaving a rating and a review. I keep all my listeners in my daily prayers, and I ask for your prayers in return. God bless you, my friends.